The African savanna stretched endlessly under the moonlit sky, a vast landscape filled with the whispers of nocturnal creatures. Amidst the tall golden grass, a faint cry pierced the stillness, a desperate sound. Fragile yet persistent. It was a sound that Ranger Ethan Carter, stationed at the Wildlife Reserve, could not ignore. Sweeping his flashlight across the terrain, Ethan's keen eyes caught a glimpse of movement. There, trembling and barely visible against the earth's expanse, lay a tiny lion cub, no more than a few weeks old. Its golden fur was dusted with dirt, its ribs slightly visible beneath the thin frame. But what made Ethan's heart tighten was the sheer loneliness in its wide, fear-filled eyes. Lions this young never stray far from their mothers. Scanning the area, Ethan searched for any sign of a pride. But the silence of the night offered no answers. His trained eyes quickly spotted the heartbreaking truth: tracks marked the soil, signs of a struggle, and the unmistakable imprint of vehicle tires. The realization struck him like a cold wind: poachers had taken the cub's mother. Ethan knelt beside the cub, his voice soft, reassuring. "You're not alone, little one." Carefully, he wrapped his jacket around its frail body, shielding it from the cool night air. He knew the cub had only hours before weakness would claim it. Taking one last glance at the empty horizon, Ethan made a decision that would change both their lives forever. He lifted the cub gently and carried it toward the safety of his vehicle, whispering, "I promise, you'll have a second chance." Ethan's truck sped through the winding roads of the reserve, the tiny cub nestled in the warmth of his jacket. His fingers trembled slightly as he gripped the wheel, urgency driving his every move. He radioed ahead to the rescue center, bringing in an orphaned lion cub, critical condition. "Be ready." Dr. Olivia Harper, the head veterinarian, was already waiting as Ethan pulled up. The moment she saw the fragile bundle in his arms, her face softened with concern. "Let's get him inside," she urged, leading the way to a warm, well-lit treatment room. The cub was weak, dehydrated, and cold. A team of caregivers worked swiftly, administering fluids and warmth, stabilizing the fragile creature. "We'll call him Kovu," Olivia said softly, brushing a gentle hand over the cub's head. "It means strong one. And he'll need all the strength he can get." The days that followed were a mix of hope and uncertainty. Kovu regained some strength, but something was missing. He cried endlessly, longing for the warmth of a mother he'd never see again. His tiny frame trembled, unable to find comfort in the unfamiliar environment. That's when Olivia had an idea, one that would change everything. "We should introduce him to Zara," she suggested one morning. Zara was no ordinary caregiver. She was a golden retriever with a heart big enough to love anything that needed it. Having recently given birth to a litter of puppies, her motherly instincts were in full force. The team hesitated at first, introducing a lion cub to a dog. It was unheard of. But they were running out of options. With cautious optimism, they brought Kovu into the nursery where Zara lay with her puppies. The golden retriever lifted her head, sniffing the air, her eyes immediately locking onto the tiny cub. The tension in the room was palpable as everyone held their breath. Then, Zara wagged her tail. The room remained silent as Zara sniffed the tiny lion cub, her soft brown eyes filled with curiosity. Then, in a moment that left everyone stunned, she gently nudged Kovu closer with her nose. She treated him just as she did her own pups, licking his face in a soothing rhythm. For the first time since his rescue, Kovu stopped crying. The cub snuggled against her warm fur, his tiny body relaxing as he nestled between her and the puppies. The relief that swept through the rescue team was overwhelming. Olivia wiped away a tear, whispering, "He's found his family." Days turned into weeks, and Kovu thrived under Zara's care. He played with the puppies, mimicking their playful barks with his own tiny roars. He chased after their tails, rolled in the grass, and even tried to fetch, a sight that had the entire rescue team laughing in disbelief. Zara, ever the patient mother, taught him everything she could. She let him nuzzle close when he needed comfort, gently corrected him when he played too rough, and always kept a watchful eye on him. It was as if she understood that this little lion had been through too much loss already. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Ethan sat by their enclosure, watching the unlikely family. Kovu, now stronger and more confident, was playfully pouncing on one of Zara's pups. Zara watched him with the quiet wisdom of a mother who knew her child was growing, but she still let him return to her side when he needed comfort. "She saved him," Ethan murmured to Olivia. Olivia smiled. Maybe they saved each other. But what no one knew was that this was only the beginning of an extraordinary story, one that would challenge the very idea of what family meant in the animal kingdom. Lessons learned from the story. The heartwarming bond between Kovu and Zara is more than just an extraordinary tale. It holds deep, universal lessons about love, resilience, and the power of kindness. Here are some of the most profound takeaways from their journey. 1. Family is not defined by blood, but by love. Kovu lost his mother in the most tragic way, yet he found unconditional love in the most unexpected place, a dog who saw past their differences and took him in as her own. Zara's love proves that family is not about species, appearances, or where you come from. It's about the bonds we build and the care we show for one another. 2. Compassion transcends all barriers. Despite being different species, Zara didn't hesitate to comfort Kovu when he needed her the most. This teaches us that kindness is not limited by differences, whether in nature or in human society. True compassion sees no boundaries, and sometimes, the simplest act of love can change a life forever. 3. Healing takes time, but love makes it possible. Kovu's journey from a fragile, frightened cub to a strong, playful young lion didn't happen overnight. It was through constant care, patience, and love that he slowly recovered. In life, we all face struggles, losses, and heartbreaks, but with the right support system, whether family, friends, or unexpected companions, we can heal and grow stronger. 4. The power of second chances. Ethan made a choice that changed Kovu's life. He could have walked away, but instead, he gave the cub a second chance at life. This reminds us that even in our darkest moments, hope is never lost. Second chances are powerful, and sometimes, all someone needs is for another to believe in them. 5. Unlikely friendships teach us the most. Kovu and Zara's relationship challenges what we think we know about the natural world. It reminds us to be open to forming connections in unexpected places. Some of the most meaningful relationships come from those who are different from us, teaching us new perspectives and showing us what unconditional love truly means. 6. Strength is not just about physical power, but about heart. Kovu's name means strong one, and while he grew into a powerful lion, his greatest strength came from his heart, the ability to love, to trust again, and to form an unbreakable bond with a dog who saved him. True strength isn't just about survival, it's about the capacity to love despite hardship. 7. Kindness creates ripples. One act of kindness set off a chain reaction: Ethan's decision to rescue Kovu, Olivia's effort to save him, and Zara's willingness to nurture him. Just like in life, a single act of kindness can spread further than we ever imagine, inspiring others to do the same. Final thought: love knows no boundaries. Kovu and Zara's story is a powerful reminder that love is universal. It breaks barriers, defies expectations, and has the ability to heal wounds, both seen and unseen. Their journey teaches us that love is not about labels or differences, but about the willingness to care, to nurture, and to stand by each other through life's greatest challenges. No matter where we come from, no matter our differences, love is what truly makes a family.